Welcome back to the Surprise Shirts YouTube channel, because today we are ranking the Ligue 1 home shirts for the 2024-2025 season from worst to best. But before we get into it, please do smash the like button and please do subscribe. 18th spot now, we have got Montpellier now for me straight away. This looks more like a training top. I'm not a massive fan of the orange shoulders and sleeve and the fact that it doesn't kind of follow and flow the whole way. It kind of creates a bit of a V kind of style at the top, but then other than that, there's not really much going on with this shirt. So for me, 18th spot. 17th spot now, we have got Stade Rem. Now looking at this shirt, it is okay, don't get me wrong, but I just want a little bit more. Yes, they've got a bit of intricate detailing on the stripes, but then the rest of the shirt, it's quite plain, it's quite simple. Like, I feel like they've played this shirt quite safe with the fact that it's just the white sleeves with the white trim on the end of the sleeve, then just red down the centre pattern. Like, I want a little bit extra to lift this shirt, but don't get me wrong, I think Ligue 1 have got some absolute belting shirts. That's why this one for me is so low down, and you'll see how good these shirts are in this league. 16th spot now, we have got Marseille, and now what I really like about this shirt is the differing shades of blue going throughout. You've got a lighter blue shade on the trim end of the sleeve, tying with the collar, and a little bit of the pattern going down the side of the shirt, which also ties into the badge. But then you've got the navy on the badge, which ties in then to the kit provider and the sponsor. I really like this shirt, and I like those kind of little fine details. And if you look really closely down the side panel of the shirt, there is a nice bit of intricate detail and pattern going on. Some of them are a little bit different, just to add a little bit more pizzazz. But yes, the only reason why this is a little bit lower down, because I do talk about plain and simple shirts working, but with the white plain shirts, I feel like they need a bit more detail in the central panel, but still really nice shirt. Now we have got Toulouse. Now for straight away, what I really like about this shirt is this really bold and interesting colorway. You've got the two different shades of purple. You've got that kind of real dark purple going throughout the shirt, but then you've got that lighter purple on a little bit of the detailing here going across the top of the shoulders, and then you've kind of got that sachet going across. But what I really like it is the fact that the sponsor kind of ties in with this sachet. It doesn't feel like the sponsor has been like taken over with this shirt. It feels like it should be part of it. If you look, it's very symmetrical. It does kind of just go over the sachet, but it feels like it's been placed there and it's been thought about. And I like the fact then that the kit provider, the sponsor, and the badge all tied together. The only reason why this isn't even higher is maybe if they added a bit more detail on the trim end of the sleeve and on the collar, but still, I'm a big fan of the Toulouse colorway and I really like this shirt. 14th spot now, we have got Brest. Now, hear me out with these kind of shirts. We here at Surprise Shirts are a massive fan of shirts that have got sponsors all over, especially if they tie in with the shirt. And what I really like about this is the fact that it's consistent throughout. You kind of got that white sponsors, which kind of add patterns to this design, because you've got them all across the top. Then you've got the central one. Then you've got the kit provider, the badge. Then you've got the large one here as well. But then it ties into the white going up the side of the shirt. Then the white three stripes going down the shoulders. The red and white kind of design and pattern really works. And I really like the fact that these sponsors feel like it's complete and this shirt is just consistent. So for me, it's an absolute belter. 13th spot, we've got Racing Club Lens. Now, what I really like about this shirt is so bold and bright and in your face. It's a classic yellow and red stripes. It's iconic. You always know what you're going to get with this shirt, but it's so bright and bold and in your face. And I really like the fact there's a little bit of intricate detailing going throughout those yellow stripes. And then not only that, the fact that the kit provider ties in with the badge and the sponsor and the black then on the trim end of the sleeve, tying in with the collar and that sponsor. They've got the additional sponsors above the kit provider and on the badge and on the shoulder, and they all tie, sorry, not the shoulder, the sleeve, and they all tie in together. That's what really works with these shirts. These kind of designs and these patterns, there's just so much going on, and we're a massive fan of it. 12th now, we have PSG. Now, as PSG shirts go, this for me is quite disappointing because they've had some classics in recent years, but it's still a very nice shirt. You kind of got this blue, really classic navy going throughout this shirt, but then down the central panel, you've got that red and white bit of detailing. But what I really like the fact then is it's not like completely perfect. It's kind of look like it's got paint marks. It's a little bit faded in parts. It adds a little bit of extra detailing to it, which I really like. The only thing that lets this down is the fact that they've allowed such a massive gap for the sponsor. And I spoke about this with the Toulouse shirt. With the Toulouse shirt, the sponsor feels like it's complete with the shirt, whereas this one, it feels like it kind of takes over slightly, but still a really nice, simple and effective shirt. 11th spot now, we have got Nantes. Now, straight away, this is the iconic colours, the yellow and green. It gives Norwich vibes whenever I see this shirt, and I love the colours. For some reason, they really work. But what I really like about this is they've added a little bit of something different this year. They've got the diagonal stripes, and if you look even closer in those green stripes, there's a really nice bit of lovely intricate detailing. And then the only thing that lets this down, and I talk about this quite often on these shirts because I'm a massive fan of this shirt, is that red sponsor. The red sponsor doesn't fit in with the rest of the colourway of this shirt, but still it's a really nice shirt. Maybe if they'd added a bit of red then on the trim under the sleeve, or just a little bit of seam work on the collar, then it would just kind of make everything kind of complete and work all together, because for me it's just like it's added on, and the fact then that they've left a block for it kind of lets it down, but it's still a belter of a shirt. But just these little things just really bother us here at Surprise Shirts. Ninth spot now, we have got Nice, the real bold black and red stripes going throughout the central panel of the shirt, with a really nice bit of detailing on the trim end of the sleeve with the black, and then tying with the collar. But what I really love about this shirt, and this is what I've been crying out for and I've spoken about now on other shirts throughout this video, the gold trim. Look at the detailing on the trim end of the sleeve, then which ties in the kit provider and the badge and the sponsor. Those are the little details that I talk about constantly on this channel. Those little things lift these shirts. It's little touches like that that you only notice on the second glance. Look, nice tiny little bit of gold trim. It's just gorgeous. Now we have got Stade Rennais. Now what I love about this shirt is that intricate detailing and pattern going throughout this shirt. It kind of gives a matte vibes. I'm guessing that's what they've gone for here, with a really nice bit of detail. And what I love is the fact that they've used the colourway then on the rest of the shirt. You've kind of got that black intricate detailing. It kind of looks slightly faded, which they then carried that then to the block colour on the trim end of the sleeve and on the collar and on the side panel of the shirt towards the bottom. It's something a little bit different that we don't really see, which ties in with the kit provider and the badge. The only thing that lets this shirt down is obviously that massive sponsor, but still, this shirt is absolutely gorgeous. If they just shrunk that sponsor slightly, it would be even higher. 8th spot now, we have got Saint Etienne. Now looking at this shirt straight away, I love this green block colouring. What I really like is there's not just that, there's a little bit of detailing in there. If you look really closely, they've kind of got these stripes, but they're kind of staggered. It's really nice. It's a really bit of intricate detail I've not seen before. And then you've got the classic then with the white trim on the end of the sleeve, time with the kit provider, the two sponsors and the badge and the collar. And not only that, you've then got the white chevrons, the classic Hummel going down the shoulder. It's just a really nice, simple but effective shirt with nice little bits of detailing. Yeah, they've smashed it out of the park. 7th spot now, we have got Olympique Lyonnais. Now what I really like about this shirt is they've taken the colours from the badge and then deconstructed it. You've got the blue going down the shoulders, which then you see then on the kit provider, the badge and on the sponsor. But what I really love about this shirt, my eyes are completely drawn to it, is those red and blue details, which kind of is a stripe that kind of goes from the front part of the collar all the way down and then kind of fades as we go further down the shirt. Something I've never really seen, but I really like. It's a little bit of detailing, which is unique and stands out. I'm a massive fan of this shirt. 6th spot now, we have got Lille, and New Balance have absolutely smashed this shirt out the park. It is so unique. You've kind of got this red, really bold shirt with that massive white sponsor, but I do like the fact then that the sponsor, yes, it is slightly probably too big, but it does fit in with the rest of the shirt because you've got the white detailing on the collar and on the badge and on the kit provider. But what I really like about this, we've got to talk about this, kind of home in on this, is that kind of detailing on this kind of top panel of this shirt. It kind of creates a bit of a V kind of style, which kind of goes across and kind of works really nicely with the shirt, kind of zigzag pattern, something I've never really seen before, but just really works. I really like that. The only thing that kind of lets this down is the fact that they've not got any kind of detailing on the trim end of the sleeve, but I also like the navy bit on the detailing on the collar. So overall, they've smashed it, but it's just, again, the finer details that we've spoken about on quite a few shirts, but this is a belter. Now we are in the top 5, and there are some absolute belting shirts. 5th, we have got Angers, which I am a big fan of. You've kind of got the classic black and white stripes, which I always think is really bold and really works on a shirt, but it also needs kind of extra bit of detailing, which they have done. If you look really closely on kind of the central panel of the shirt, if you look really close, you kind of got these gold, finer little stripes that adds a little bit more detail to the shirt, which just lifts it. And those are the kind of things that I talk about with shirts that really make shirts an absolute belter. And I like the fact then that the kit provider, the badge, the sponsor, all tying together, and you've got that really nice bit of white detailing then on the trim end of the sleeve and on the collar. I just think this is a really complete shirt, and it just really works. Something so simple but yet so effective. Those gold lines just really lift this shirt and make it an absolute classic. 4th now, we have got Strasbourg. Now what I love about this shirt, it's kind of got a really retro but modern feel. I really like the classic old school collar, and it's just like a classic Adidas shirt that you kind of see from the 90s that you now see people wearing as kind of fashion statements. If you look really closely, it's kind of got those stripes with the differing shades of blue, which kind of really give it a real proper retro feel. And then you've got the classic white stripes going down the shoulders, which tie in with the collar and the kit provider, and then you've got the badge as well. The only thing that lets this down slightly is that sponsor, but I do feel kind of like the white part of it does really fit in with the shirt. It's that just green little touch is why it's not even higher up on this list than white. It doesn't make the top 3, but it's still an absolute gorgeous shirt, which I just really am obsessed with. 3rd spot now, we have got Le Havre, and why we are a massive fan of it here at Surprise Shirts is if you look closely at that badge, they've mirrored the colour scheme and the design, and then they've put it on the actual shirt itself, and you've got a really nice bit of intricate detail going throughout these two differing shades of blue. And if you look closely on the trim end of the sleeve, it's got a nice bit of white detailing, and there's even a little bit more detail. We're a massive fan of it. Those are the kind of details that we talk about all the time on this channel. And then the fact that the kit provider and the sponsor on the shoulder also tie with the trim on the sleeve and on the collar, it's just a really nice little touch. This shirt is an absolute belter. Only thing that lets this down is obviously that sponsor. It doesn't really fit in with the rest of the shirt, so it would be even higher. Genuinely, we're a massive fan of this shirt. It kind of giving me Wickham vibes on steroids. This is so nice. We're a massive fan of this. Second spot now, we have got AS Monaco, yet another kind of similar to the Strasbourg vibes, where we kind of get a real old school but modern twist. It's a really nice design and shirt. You kind of got that classic collar, like an old school Kappa shirt. If you look really close, there's a really nice bit of detailing on the trim of the end of that collar, which also ties in then to the trimway end of the sleeve. But then the rest of the shirt is just really simple and really crisp and really effective. The fact that the sponsor ties in with the rest of the shirt, and then you kind of got the red, the classic style where it kind of cuts off towards the bottom in a diagonal style. But then a little bit extra detail, if you look really closely, where the white breaks into the red, there's a nice bit of grey line, which just kind of adds something different. But overall, it's a really consistent, crisp shirt, and we're a massive fan of it here. Just very complete and just very nice and proper. Love it. First spot, we have got Auxerre. Now, we're a massive fan of this shirt as surprise shirts. This is just so unique and so different. So we'll start off with the consistency of the shirt. The colourway is just really nice, kind of different shades of blue, but then the consistency is the fact that the kit provider, the badge, the sponsor, both sponsors, and the trim end of the sleeve, and on the collar, and the sponsors on the shoulder, all tied together with that same shade. Then you've got a bit of that shade in that sachet, but it's not a normal sachet. It's got a pattern, but it kind of breaks away and falls apart, which allows a bit of a block for the sponsor. But what I like is it's not a block sponsor. Your eyes aren't drawn to it. It allows the kind of sponsor to be seen, but it kind of like needles and works its way into this shirt. It's just a really nice, consistent shirt that we're a massive fan of, and you can't beat it. When we said it earlier, when there's a multiple sponsors on shirts, they just really work. It kind of really lifts the shirt, just adds something different and creates its own patterns in itself. There's just so much going on with this shirt, and we're a massive fan of it. So Auxerre, number one, best shirt for the 2024-2025 home shirts for the Ligue 1. But thank you guys for watching. Please do smash the like button and please do subscribe, because we have just ranked the Ligue 1 from worst to best for the shirts. We're a massive fan of all of them, to be honest. I think this is probably the most consistent league in Europe at the moment. But let us know which shirts you'd like us to rank from which league next. But thank you guys for watching. For next week's surprise shirts Saturday upload every single week at lunchtime. But thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next week. Goodbye.